Hey guys, it's day 54 and today totally got away from me. So I am out walking in the dusk here. But I was just kind of thinking, how often does pride get in the way of healing? I feel like that's kind of a big question. And I know for me, it affects me a lot. Because the opposite of pride is humility, and humility acknowledges my brokenness or acknowledges my failures, not in a overextended everything is my fault kind of way, but in a really realistic, these are my strengths, these are my weaknesses kind of a way. And humility allows us to actually acknowledge our weaknesses without shame and gain healing in them, because we can't get healing in something until we admit that there's something there. And I was just thinking, for so many years, pride really got in my way. I didn't want to admit that I was struggling or lonely or afraid or any of those feelings, because they're unpleasant, and really my mindset was kind of, if I don't acknowledge them, then obviously they're not there. But guess what? That was not true. No matter how much I denied them, they are still there. And it wasn't until I started just like opening my arms, just hugging those things in and owning those feelings, owning those weaknesses. It wasn't until then that I actually started to heal. It takes so much energy to be in denial. It takes so much brain power. Yeah, it just sucks the life out of us. And that's time that we could totally be spending healing instead of hurting, and focusing on our strengths instead of our weaknesses. I just think that at the other side, like, there's this fear, right? We all have this fear that if we acknowledge our weakness, if we say, for example, one of mine is I want connection. I want good connection with friends. If I acknowledge that, I feel vulnerable. I feel like, what could they think of me? This could be, what if they reject me? I could get hurt. I could get left. But the beautiful thing is when all of my energy isn't focused on that anymore, and I can focus on how to be a healthy person, to connect with people, I started to see growth and change. And I started to see a huge difference in my relationships, because I had something to give other than shame and insecurity. Then I'm curious, what is yours? What are your barriers? What are the things that you're ashamed of or try to hide? The areas of pride that are keeping you from actually moving forward and finding healing in your life. And what are those? I would love to talk with you about it. I love those conversations of just digging in there and seeing, like, what's really going on? What is this really costing me? What could I get if this was not holding me back? Pretty fun conversations. So you can find me at pathwaycoaching.net and contact me. I would love to talk to you. Until then, I will see you next time.